So we're gonna bring the next poet up to the mic. And this poet has been here, if I'm not mistaken, you've seen me perform somewhere.
Yeah,
after I announced it.
In Milford, you performed in Milford with the poet laureates of the state.
Okay, and like I said earlier, y'all, for 2 years, I have not said no to an appearance as the poet laureate of the neighborhood. I have not said no to an appearance, no matter where it was. So Mr. Idjit has been here the entire time. He's come, he's done his poems, what have you. So you too, sir. I appreciate you. So please clap it up, give it up for Mr. Idjit.
Thanks, guys. That works that far away? Cool. So my first book of poetry I published in 2009, so 16 years ago. And I was going through it like a couple months ago, and I figured I'd put it back together, and I printed out some more copies of it. So I'm going to read 4 poems from that chapbook from 16 years ago. So the book is called Nouns, and it has 4 chapters to it. The first chapter is called Places. It's got places, people, things, and ideas. So it's all about nouns. So this first poem is from Places. So it's called Adak, Alaska, 1980. From the pictures my mother keeps in a shoebox in the basement, ancient glossy slides, and my memories, equally distorted. I recollect the years spent in the Aleutian Island shaped like a boodle. In summer, 70 degrees meant shorts, t-shirts, and wading looked bay. Winter meant shoulder-high tones of snow, edging the sidewalks to school. Majestic bald eagles perched atop utility poles year-round, sentinels of the government presence, spread wings wide, collecting the sun's warmth, then returning to the coast to hunt salmon in the waves. The tallest of the island flora, a small stand of fir trees, planted on a protected hillside as an idealist reminder of nature's presence, stood at just 6 feet tall, stunted, barely able to survive against the incessant ravages of the bearing winds. Knee-high tundra blanketed most of the island. Excellent for hide-and-go-seek with our park shepherd mutt Anik, named in the indigenous Aleut simply Girl. We inherited her when her owner's tour was up, and we gave her away when ours ended. She belonged more to the land than to the humans who fed her. Rusted out Quonset huts and antique PSP airstrips and water-filled potholes peppered the wilds of Adak and provided lasting reminders of the Second Great War, and endless hours of exploration for a 7-year-old boy. After a rain, the ancient bomb craters blended in with more mundane puddles and kept my mother's nerves on alert as I unsympathetically bounded from each to the next, happily splashing as she chided warnings of a fall into foggy infinity. Adak, Alaska, 1980. Thanks, guys. All right, the next one I selected to read is from the section called People, and this poem is called Impressions in New Snow. It's a little bit different than the other one, even though it's still got snow in it. So Impressions in New Snow. We found a new way in by simply starting at the end. The walking made harder by snow was slow going, trudging uphill, sliding back with each third step. The cold, dry wind bit through layers of wool and fleece. We explored off the trails, blazing through untouched snow, filling boots with wet coal and slipping on hidden rocks. Signs of life in the snow, tracks, bits of fur, and other leavings of mammalian travelers, evidence we weren't alone. Short rounded icicles hung from suga needles, calmia leaves, juniper scales, and naked branches of quercus and maple. Tree trunks, wrapped in thin layers of ice, warmed slightly at our mere presence, or our slight touch of our fingers. Uninterested of the implications of those treasures, you focus instead on discomfort. The further we go, the harder it'll turning your head towards the trailhead. I tried not to show irritation at conceding, but it was obvious as I turned and followed the trail of footprints, imperfect impressions of our souls in once fresh snow, back to the end, to the cleared road where we began. Impressions on new snow. Thank you. All right, moving on to the next noun, I'm going to things, and this is called contemplations of a deer in the universe. So, contemplations on a deer in the universe. The sky is dark at night, or so it seems under lights, white and amber glow, blue and yellow, ebb and flow. Sand slides in flurries, in blizzards, in ripples and waves, all around the edges. Like the copacetic places in Australia, away from the outback, apparently, obviously in front. A single star shines down between the clouds, from the universe above, or below in Australia, Rosa rugosa and elusive beach grasses, an island in the sand, mirrors Atlantis and Maple on an island in the Sound. I've seen the deer there, browsing, grazing, on an islander sanctuary. No humans, April to October. No humans, breeding. And the lights echo all along the water edge. Contemplations of the deer in the universe. All right, one more. All right, this last one is from ideas. Obviously, they're all about ideas, but this one is ideas. Autumnal parking lot destiny, and this is actually, I can introduce this one a little bit. This one's about the first date me and my wife went on ever. So, it's called Autumnal Parking Lot Destiny. We stood under your umbrella, one bench spoke, sheltered from nighttime drizzle, after sushi, talking about work, or movies, or friends. A solitary leaf boat on thin parking lot river sailed past us, navigating its way past car tire and over white painted lines, disappearing from sight for seconds. As you had seen it first, pointed it out without explanation, simply drawn attention as I watched with you as it emerged from beneath the car. As you, with a touch of excitement, exclaimed, "There it is!" And it continued, sailing. You pointed at the drain, warning of its doom. As we waited with bated breath, as it approached destiny, and at the last minute, before sliding into the sewer, it found traction and stopped there. We were relieved, and the rain came harder, as if to flush it down, but it stayed, at least for that moment, on the edge of falling. All right, guys, thank you.